Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final day of the Dota 2 Asian Championship coverage powered by the Score Esports. I'm Bruno. We are here, Winter, LD, GoDz with me together to have the finals of this amazing tournament. What a great 12 days it has been.
It has been too much good Dota. I mean, it reminds me a lot of TI in that sense. There's the 120 group stage games, then you go right into the main event. People who have been following this tournament closely, they probably haven't slept. I don't know if they've been eating, but you'll have a chance to get back to your regular bodily needs soon. Not yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
One more day.
GoDz, we've started with the wild card. There were the Energy Pacemaker,
Rest
Wings,
in peace.
those teams, and we've been so far here to the finals of Vici Gaming versus Evil Geniuses. What moments come to your mind when you think about DAC so far?
I think the big surprise being Na'Vi, how well they did after having almost no expectations. The Western scene had mostly abandoned Na'Vi and came back to them once they started doing well to some extent. The other big story, Rave, has just been kind of the talk of the town over at least the playoffs of DAC, doing so well, taking down Hellraisers, beating IG and coming so close to beating Big God. I think Rave has kind of been just this shining star for SEA Dota and really showing that, kind of looking to get them back on the map after a struggling past year.
Well, those are the positive stories, and I guess you look at some of the maybe less positive right now. You've got teams like Newbie, LGD, IG, who look like they're quite likely to be shuffling rosters. The next chapter in the Chinese.
My friend as well.
And your friend Mushi, of course. EHOME. May the new roster find solace, but for now, a lot of the old Chinese guard, they need something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a shuffle. Maybe it's some new blood, but
we'll see what happens. Winter, when we were to the group stage, the top two teams, Secret, Big God, they looked really strong, especially Secret. They didn't drop a game. Neither of these two teams are actually on the final. There's the third and fourth place, EG and Vici Gaming. What do you think happened to Big God and Secret to fall from those great moments of group stage to not being able to get up to the final?
You know, sometimes when you go through the group stage undefeated, makes you complacent that you don't really know, because no one actually found out your loopholes in your drafts and your playstyle, and you just don't notice it. But maybe it's even better to drop 1 or 2 games to make you realize there's actually something is wrong.
Look at EG at Starladder Season 10. PPD did that interview, the vlog after the tournament, where he said if we had beaten Secret in the winter bracket finals, we probably would have lost the grand finals because we wouldn't have seen the weaknesses in our strategy. We would not have had a chance to adapt to their counters. And I mean, end of the day, this is a double limb format, so even when Secret gets knocked down, they still have a chance to bounce back. But yeah, ultimately, perhaps that is the difference. And no matter how good a team looks on paper, it just comes down to execution. And frankly, out of all the teams in this tournament, Vici Gaming and EG have just been executing the best on the main event.
Absolutely, and we're going to go into the finals game, but before, we do have a show match, a throwback of 5 years ago between Chinese legends. Maybe they should actually make these teams, and maybe they could do better than Newbie.
Before Sumail even know what Dota was, I bet.
Before Sumail was 10.
He was 10 when
he was 10 years old when this happened.
Oh my God, that is pretty
We're
scary.
talking about EHOME versus LGD. Legends. And what are the players in each of these teams, GoDz? And I'm asking you because you have the
for
the screen close to you.
LGD, some more familiar names, at least players who are still competing nowadays. For those of you who kind of started following with Dota 2, you've got DDC, Xiaowei, Yao, ZSMJ, and DD. This was the team who were like the only team able to challenge EHOME during 2010 during their dominance. EHOME going to be playing with QQQ, also known as 357. You've got King J, you've got 820, Burning, as well as Mama Ya playing for EHOME. So that was the team which kind of dominated the Dota 1 scene back in 2010.
This is the team that had that undefeated run at ESWC. I believe it's all 5 players, correct, from the 2010.
Yes.
First true clash between the Chinese.
They don't have their coach, though.
No, Mamaya is playing mid now.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Solo mid Lion. Are we going to see it in this game?
Yes. From what I understand, they're going to replicate the lineups of the 2010 famous matches they played each other.
Oh, the Lions on LGD's side.
Beastmaster, I think, mid. Was that what it was?
So we could actually show the lobby here if we want, just to show who the players are going to be playing.
Yeah. Yes, and we can also talk about the heroes that are going to be I guess we can't show the lobby because we're going into the game. But talking about the heroes that are going to be played, it's going to be interesting because they're going to try to reproduce the picks on a completely different metagame. But surprisingly, and I was checking this game before today, the picks actually work in the metagame today. So aside from 2 picks, which is going to be the Crystal Maiden and the Sven, all the other ones would be picks that you would totally see in a match today. The laning though, offlane Drow Ranger, I don't know about that.
Now this match took place before Smoke of Deceit existed in the
Yes.
game, so ganking was much less prevalent than it was, and we saw a lot of tri-lanes. We saw a lot of just spell heavy, caster heavy, very aggressive laning stages from these teams, and it was an era where it just came down more to team clashes. There was less ganking in general with Smoke, and it's more easy to predict when your opponents move here on the map. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see because it's using the current version. We're not going back in time to the old patch.
No.
If the
Although it
team-
would be so nice.
it would be really
Do
crazy.
they have to buy the exact same items?
I doubt. Does anyone
No,
remember
no,
what
no,
items
no,
they
no,
bought?
no.
I mean, I guess they can go back and check the replay, but
I can't buy any of the new items. It
no,
looks-
no smoke allowed.
Okay,
they're doing AP here instead of CM.
Yep.
So.
I just wanna point out, right, that if we look at the screen, we see, okay, as you said, like we see Doom, Lion, TIE Hunter, Medusa, Crystal Maiden. Like outside of Crystal Maiden, those picks make sense, but you're like, okay, how are they gonna lane this? I'm guessing it's like Medusa, Crystal Maiden mid, Doom, Lion, safe lane, TIE Hunter off lane. No, it was a mid Lion. It was a support TIE Hunter with Crystal Maiden, Medusa safe lane, Doom off lane, and for the side of the Dire, it was Drow Ranger off lane, a tri-lane with Witch Doctor, Sven, and
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker, yes. The Earthshaker and Witch Doctor were also roaming, and Beastmaster me. So
Yep.
unusual lanes. We're gonna see if actually they repeat that.
When this game was played, was that before? That was when Drow had the random chance to kill a creep.
No.
instantly, right?
It's not that old.
Okay.
That was 2008
sure?
when it was changed.
I think it is.
I think it is.
No, it can't be.
It is,
Marksmanship
I
was
think
not
so.
added till more recently, I thought.
I thought that marksmanship at that point gave agility.
I feel like that
okay,
was more recent.
I might be.
And so I feel like the current Drow Ranger is much stronger.
Yes.
Is the thing. So we'll see.
The thing I know is that the aura would not, of course, have the active, and it was not only for ranged
It's not
units.
It's not global as well.
Yes, it's not
like
global. It's a-
700 AOE.
Yeah, and it was for every unit. It was kind of like the Luna aura. Not
yeah,
only
or the
effective.
Venge aura.
No,
very
the Venge
similar to
aura.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm smiling because they are looking to like replicate even the starting build. DD has gone level 1 Brilliance Aura. This was the old Dota 1 build.
Yes.
You would never do this in Dota 2.
Are they gonna match the
Why do you
latest?
have to use
limit?
clarities when he has his Brilliance Aura?
Wait, the
Hey.
lion.
The Roche pings come out.
No,
Actually,
the lion is not a core. The lion is a support.
Are you
Oh
sure?
no! Come on, Xiao
Yeah,
Wei.
Xiao Wei.
No, it has Xiao Wei has to play.
well, wasn't he? He was playing support back then. I
Yeah, he
believe.
was.
They're
But-
checking the level 1 Roshan.
Was this
It was-
still
it
when
was-
Bernie was playing support?
No.
That was
Burning-
even.
but
That was
no,
even,
no, yeah,
even
yeah.
before this.
But it was MMY playing the Lion mid before.
Oh, first blood.
Oh,
DD, the
no.
Brilliance Aura CM. Oh no.
Use your mana. Yeah.
There's-
Use a clarity.
these
Throw
are-
clarities at them.
Interestingly enough, the first blood was kind of similar. It was already on the laning stage, but it was also a hero completely caught off guard by 3 heroes of the Dire, just rotating. I think it was the TIE Hunter actually.
Imagine if they try to replicate the entire game. They would have had to like practice every
They have
movement.
it's like a choreography, you know.
You've got Director 8 in there. I believe they could make it happen.
Oh no, burning.
Careful, my friend.
Bounty runes, those are a new thing.
Oh, we see the LGD flare right there representing, with 4,000 people wearing that pennant. I feel like people don't buy pennants anymore. I think people don't know what pennants are anymore.
If they were advertised, I think that was something that people would get on board with.
Yeah. Will ZSMJ replicate his build?
How many rapiers he got that game?
Well, he was it the one where the Beastmaster killed the courier?
Oh, this is the Beastmaster.
Yeah.
He took the
He
took
b-
the
I believe
rapier
he
by
roared,
accident.
roared the courier.
Yeah.
and
He
then
took
killed
the
it.
no. He
No,
took the
that was-
rapier by accident
that
as
was
well.
That was the PL game.
Yeah, that was a PL.
Oh, that
game.
was
the
the
PL
PL
game where he,
Okay.
where he had to farm a second relic.
Yeah.
That was for his Radiant as PL.
And that
Yes.
But the thing was, in that game, the courier would actually drop the item. So-
Exactly.
So you could just kill the item and
And it would not
delete
res-
it from the game.
It would not respawn as well. Like
Yeah.
you kill the courier, you have to buy a new one. Sorry, my friend.
This is easy mode Dota, what we play nowadays.
Actually-
Back in their day, they walked uphill both ways.
Yep. We see the dual melee here, duking it out in the middle. This is kind of fun, actually. What is TIE Hunter wearing on his weapon? Xiao 8 getting trapped. Might be in trouble. It's actually manning up.
Base damage change.
Yeah.
Lion much stronger in the laning stage now.
Get the hell out of my lane, QQQ. QQQ, also known as 357, also known as... he had another nickname. He had
X.
No, X
Oh no,
was
sorry,
Di-
sorry.
X,
I thought you were
Die
talking about
and-
MMY's
Yeah,
names.
MMY is Die and X.
Crystal was it?
Crystal?
No,
Yeah, no,
No,
that was
no,
not
it's
him.
that was another guy.
And PCT was Perfect Cat, so it was
yeah.
not him.
He had 3 nicknames
Yeah, he had 3 nicknames.
for QQQ? Okay.
QQQ 357 and another.
See, I just assumed you were talking about MMY because I didn't even realize he had 3 nicknames.
Yeah, the reason why a lot of these old school Chinese players have 3-letter nicknames, do you know why?
I don't, actually.
Really? It's funny. They had to sponsor. They had to put the name of the sponsor on top. And Dota,
Oh, you can only fit so many
you can only hit
characters.
some. So it had like EH.gigabyte because it was important to put the whole name of the sponsor. Dot, and you have 3 letters left.
Uh-oh. Here comes the rotation mid, but nice fissure block by Mr. 357.
Yes.
QQQ is also the
You're
VG gaming
reminding
coach
me.
nowadays, for those of you who don't know.
What up? What up?
Reminding me of the Warcraft limitations on the names.
Yes.
Not the only limitation Warcraft had.
Oh,
but
it had a few. It had a few.
still some beautiful things about that game that I missed. We were talking about how much we all missed the panda for Storm Spirit
Oh yeah.
instead of the sombrero wearing
The sombrero
Storm
very
we have now.
fat Mexican. It's weird.
Although he's lost some weight, he's not so
Yeah.
fat anymore.
But do you remember the first version actually was like had like face paint, kind of like Japan colors, like white with a red circle. It was yeah. It went through some changes, that hero. And Zeus still looks like crap.
You prefer Mountain King?
Mountain King, yeah, for Kazmodan. He was the original hero that had the avatar skill in the Warcraft 3
For
ladder.
Cosmodan!
For Kazmodan!
Everyone would start screaming at once when they all popped their BKBs.
Yes.
That was-
The Mountain King model was great because you would go Basher on Zeus and pretend you're a Mountain King. Like you hope your little
Yes.
attack animation would stun them and pretend to be a Mountain King. That was the troll build.
Yes. Oh, oh.
Oh, Crystal Maiden got a skill! Easy.
820. Why you feel?
No, they have, this is their later lineup.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
supposedly, also YYF was in this match, I believe.
Yep. And Luo. Yeah.
So
YYF.
I believe that there was some discussion that maybe they didn't want to play the show match for whatever reason. Not really sure. But it's a close approximation.
I mean, to be fair, I can understand up to some point not wanting to play an All-Stars match. Not saying that you should be excused, because I mean, if people pay for Compendium to play, it's like it's part of your job. But I can understand not wanting to play. I would want to play this match. I mean, this is not an All-Stars match. This is the ability to just bring back your buddies, forget all arguments that you might have.
It's seen some old friends.
Yes.
It was a simpler time.
I mean, no one can hold a grudge for 5 years. Come on, like whatever happened 5 years ago, it's over now. Just go and have fun.
Well, for now, it looks like EHOME. EHOME! Are off to a
Eho!
really hot start here in terms of CS. Drow Ranger easily farming up that 23-11 score. Burning, Sama.
Well, they
not
were
being pressured
unbeatable
much at all.
back then.
The team that actually ended their winning spree was Mushi's team
Yes,
in the Thailand tournament.
that is correct.
All right, well, we got a game here. DDC getting caught out a bit top lane on your Doom. He'll turn around with the stomp onto Burning. Now laying into him with that sword. Slowly chasing him down, but the Maledict is stacking it. But it looks like DDC will end up going down. Shall we?
820.
Could well be next as he retreats out. 820 in trouble. The Frostbite doing work. No, the heal.
Oh
Too
my
much.
God.
Too much heal.
And now
Oh,
Burning
no.
turns. That'll be another kill.
You don't
DD
gank
Burning.
Burning.
Defeating the B-God.
He ganks you.
One
That-
does not simply gank Burning's lane.
True that.
Back then or now.
I don't think Burning has enough Wraith bands. He needs
Yeah,
a
he
few
needs more. Man, I wish they would have brought like the old patch. to play
Man, the
this game.
Treads Tidehunter. Here we go.
This is not a game where you're getting that much value out of the Wraith bands because the Precision Aura is not affecting anyone except Witch Doctor.
Ravage coming
Yeah.
out onto King J. Now the chase from Meow. Can they bring him down? Though they're running low on nukes here. Shall we? Trying to get a range for that Hex or maybe the Impale. But King
Where's
J just
Aurora?
going to head to the south and bait a bit further. The Fissure
Oh, what
coming
a
out.
fissure.
Now DD's isolated. King J can turn with the Roar here. QQQ. No Echo Slam. Axis splashing in. Who's the Roar going on? Yao in critical HP
Oh,
territory.
look at King J
And
coming
doesn't
back.
have the mana for it. He pops the stick. Still low. He'll end up getting a double. These tower dives from LGD. Not panning out at all.
Brian is happy.
Radiant's top tower is under
EHOME.
He's a
You know,
King
this
fan.
reminds me
What?
of how ZSMJ's team is playing now. It's ZSMJ off in his own little world while the other
Yeah.
4 heroes fight against 5.
Well, it is now,
Yeah.
after all, right? So
It's only fitting, I suppose.
it's only fitting.
Well, speaking of ZSMJ, that's a level 3 Maledict. And that's a dead
and
ZSMJ.
That's a dead ZSMJ.
Well, is it? Yep, there we
Yep.
go. Last tick coming out, MMY. Being chased. Scorched Earth. Gonna be enough to run him down here. Make your score 8-5.
Yeah.
But still burning, unchecked in that top lane.
Burning does what burning wants.
Yeah, as Weapons point out, Trinkle Boots did not exist back in these days.
Yeah, that is correct.
Not the only thing that's changed, I suppose, is Shao 8 will get clobbered.
Was there Arcane Ring at this time, or was there?
This was
Boots
Arcane
already?
Ring, I believe.
Arcane Ring
Yeah.
time, I think. Yeah.
There was no Arcane Boots back in the day. It was a standalone item. Much less popular. As
No,
a
it was
result.
not a standard. It was
How do you-
energy booster and recipe. I think.
Well, no,
How
I
do you
mean, it's not a
actually-
boots
How do you
upgrade.
actually
Yeah.
make the arcane ring? Arcane.
There was a recipe and an energy booster.
Yes, I think. I'm not sure if there was a ring of protection in it as well.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
what I was
there was
wondering,
as
is there
well.
Ring of
Protect-
protection, energy booster, and recipe. 300 gold recipe, I think. Wow, this is bringing me back.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward item because of that. It didn't really, like, build in anything else, and you didn't really see it too often, actually.
Yeah. The Arcane Boots is good because it's like you could
You're
buy
going to get boots
anyways.
anyway, yeah. It's a bit more like of a natural progression.
And the Medusa had chain lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's...
Well, you wouldn't level Chain Lightning.
Yeah, you
and
would just take
Yeah.
stats and the
Yeah.
split shot and
And
the
and
shield.
the shield, yeah.
What was the ultimate was Purge as well? The single target
single
purge.
target
Oh,
purge,
yeah.
Yeah. That was also a pretty bad ultimate. You just get 1 point and then get stats.
Yeah. It didn't
Yes.
scale very well. It
Here
only
comes
scaled
your
the slow from the purge.
Here comes your smoke from EHOME. Maybe
EHOME.
look towards the Roshan pit as King J and MMY may get caught out mid. They're going to start with the Hex here, following up with
Wow,
the Impale.
they're just taking
They
the
do have
stance.
a Ravage if they want to use it, but Yao's going to get silenced. The smoke that was headed towards Roche comes back around.
He lives?
They
Still
blow
alive.
the Ravage, nobody dying.
Oh my.
Momo, yeah. Invincible. And now they look for Roche. There's no Ravage. This is going from bad to worse for LGD. How do they fight into the pit without their precious Ravage? The Lion wants none of it. Shao 8, he's just farming mid.
There's a Doom, but you can't Doom 5
You're
people.
not fighting into this, are you?
Oh, good luck.
Oh.
I dare ya, DDC.
So slow.
Ain't going anywhere. Beautiful Impale from Shao 8, but not beautiful enough, it seems. Oh, that Mystic Snake doing a lot of damage.
Oh, the Stone Gaze doesn't proc on anyone though.
Oh, man.
Everyone just ran away. And QQQ, patiently waiting. Right
Wow.
there in the pit.
Witch Doctor is out of mana right now. Do they have any Arcane Boots? They really could use that heal.
To be continued.
Yeah, that's the thing, is I feel like they can heal and
It's not like LGD's going
just
into the
walk
Roshan
back
pit.
in.
They've got this Medusa who isn't touching Roche.
Okay, so we have
We've got our historian standing by
historian.
now.
Okay, let's show me the Drow Ranger skills. Had an AoE, it was not gas, it was the AoE silence.
Yeah.
Now we saw that in Dota too.
I believe the ultimate was a random chance to kill a creep, if it's the version I was
It
thinking.
was already, I think it was already the agility ultimate.
tower is under attack.
Okay, May 2010, this is about... I
Okay.
am right.
I'm too old. Well, actually, I guess we all are.
Yeah,
Except for Bruno. Just the right age for
Well,
this one.
yeah. I remember it clearly. Don't know
I
why.
guess if you're the one changing it, it's easier to remember.
Wow.
Brian, the Devour from Doom doesn't give you the ability, right? Back in the day,
Yeah.
The Devour didn't give you ability, that's correct.
but it gave you more gold.
More gold.
Yeah, I think so.
And oh,
It would also
yeah.
it would also give vision of you when you devour it.
it would give
you.
vision.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
would
was
know
horrible.
where the Doom is on the map.
Doom, yes,
of
you
the
couldn't
Devourer.
gank as a Doom.
They
Yeah.
want to stop this Roshan coming in hot as the SMJ. They're going to gush 820. Stone Gaze being popped here, or attempted to anyway. Yeah, he gets it off.
Protect burning.
Now the chase. 820, very durable though. The mechanism
820
coming out.
doesn't-
He turns and gets off the Maledict on 2. Where is the backup? They continue their chase.
Come on,
QQQ
QQQ.
looking for that
Echo.
big fissure. Does he have an Echo Slam? Not
Oh, what a stumble.
level 6 it looks like. The Doom insufficient to get kills as Burning starts to lay into these heroes. Hasted Yao on the retreat out. Chao 8 gonna fall. They end up overextending. They give up 3. LGD
Might
now
be
on the
four.
way out.
They're stunned in MMY, they're stunned in only
War
needs
Cry in 2.
War Cry,
Oh,
roll.
ZSMJ, where you going, bro? Where you going, bro?
Where you at?
That's a level 2 totem. Easy physical damage.
Bam.
Well, they stalled the rush because they ran all the way north. Tactics.
No.
Oh yeah, the
No.
1 point in Fisher.
You'd go
or
like
Shaker.
1-1-4 sometimes, but
You might even get stats if you can't get
Yeah.
like those
Yep.
days.
It was much harder to farm on the support.
Yeah, those days the supports were very poor.
you would
and
get just like braces
Bracer,
instead of farming a
yes, yeah.
blink. You just
Yes.
get two
Yeah.
braces.
Yep.
Bracer and stats with Fisher.
Yeah.
It's the good old days.
It was so harder for supports. I think that's the biggest change in the last 5 years. Like a support could potentially be level 3, 4, 5, 20 minutes into the game.
Doom did gain abilities.
Yes, the complete rework.
The Doom patch, how fitting.
Doom
666.
Fallen to the dire.
He was actually a boss. Yes.
You know what I really missed from the old patches was the little Easter eggs that Ice Frog would hang. Or
It was
hide around the map.
on every 9. Well,
Yeah.
actually, if you think about it, on 679 there was the boss. This the Sun Wukong.
Sun Wukong,
Sun Wukong. Sorry.
the Monkey King.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not. But the thing is, like, you could find the Easter eggs like on the actual map, like while you were
Dire
playing.
structures
Yeah.
are
Well, no, but that was
They had like
Okay.
special quests and stuff that you could
Radiant's
unlock. I
bottom
remember.
tower is under
that
attack.
was like the 679 was like that. The Sun Wukong was like you had to make a few quests, and then if you did everything right, you would enable that,
Radiant's
and he would tell you to
structures
just
are
like
fortified.
go from one room to
Radiant's
another in
bottom
less
tower
than
is under
5
attack.
seconds or something like that. And you had to have an anti-mage that could do that, or a Queen of Pain. It was really cool.
That's true. I remember the Invoker patch.
Invoker
was
patch was
particularly awesome. I felt. They're gonna
Which
try to
I-
take this tower mid though, and it drops into critical HP, but it will be denied now by
Dire's
burning
middle tower
again and
has been
again.
denied.
EHOME coming out on top,
EHOME.
looking looking really strong here.
I want to say 669 was Elder Titan. No, 659 was Elder Titan. 649 was Invoker. 669 was Phoenix. And 679 was the Monkey King, which hopefully we might see in future Dota updates.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Do we want to see the Monkey King?
I do not even know what spells that guy has.
Well, it's kind of like the Phantom Lancer rework, so it might be the Phantom Lancer rework, but I don't know. It felt a little bit different.
What Winter? What is it that you said the Chinese call Phantom Lancer? You remember when we used to cast a lot of PL games?
Yeah, Hozi, monkey.
The monkey man. I would always call him the Rat Man.
Because
Correct me if I'm wrong. There was no 4 stuff in this.
I think there was 4.
I think there was 4 stuff.
Oh,
I know what they look like.
yeah, it looks
I'll come
like
over
kind
a
of a
looks like a tribal stick.
What kind of a historian doesn't know?
Yeah. Winter has.
Which
both
is, I've never seen him so excited.
yeah.
Just ran over to production.
So it's Arcane Ring. We found the Arcane Ring.
Here comes the rotation onto ZSMJ.
Oh,
He
what?
has no
He's-
TP scroll. ZSMJ, please.
They missed
Malady
Maledict
coming out
and
the
Fissure. They
death
missed.
board.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Easy kill.
How many skills can you miss?
Where's
and
the
still get
backup?
kill?
Where's the TP?
4 stuff was in the game.
This was
Okay, there was no Wisp. Go figure.
This was back when if you wanted like 4 protect 1, you could TP. There was no extra extra duration on the 2nd and 3rd TPs.
Yeah, that is true.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Eredar, the
This-
Shadow Demon.
I gotta say, this Crystal Maiden has not been getting much
Is
done.
under attack.
Well, there's
This
a reason
might
she's
might
not-
be a throwback, but she is not
Yep.
impressing as of yet.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's gonna
I think
need.
this is a little bit earlier though when they were trying to break the base. I think this happened at like 30 minutes into that game.
Yeah.
He's gonna need some rapiers here. Maybe EHOME can help him out. Find him a rapier.
Gift
Give
ZFMJ.
the CSMJ the rapier.
Well, I
just
mean,
for
it's a
old
Shout
time's sake.
team, so there should be a script, right? Perhaps this is all going according to plan for
Maybe.
LGD.
Maybe.
Well, they're gonna back off now, but they could just look to take these tier 2 towers. EHOME with a really potent start, doubling up that Medusa practically on his draw ranger already.
I just want to say, I know there's a lot of people there that are like dabbling into modding Dota 2.
Mm-hmm.
A fun project for someone to do would be just to try to create mods of different patches of the past.
I wish that would be integrated with the game, so that you could go back and just play any version.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That would be ideal.
At least
but-
moving forward, even if you don't get. Yeah. Local lobbies is okay, but
Yeah,
matchmaking or
because
would
in,
be
in
amazing.
Dota 1 you could select which patch you wanted to host when you hosted a game.
yeah, you just choose which map.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember you'd always join the lobbies and then they would, like, you'd get booted if you didn't have the map.
downloader.
Because Warcraft 3 is very slow to download the maps.
Yeah. It was not very efficient.
And if you're a downloader, then you must be a noob.
Then version switcher. Oh my god.
Yeah. Ooh.
Alliance vs Navi on 679.
With the old roster. That would be like a good TI5, TI6 stretch goal.
Stretch goal, yeah.
Valve, if you're
Dire's
listening.
top tower is under attack.
For now, they're going to relax and unwind. EHOME just continue to farm up. Perhaps waiting for a core item or two here. What are they
Bye-bye.
close to?
Dire's top
Let's see. They
is
still have their
off
Aegis.
tower.
2800 gold up on the Drow.
Dire's top tower is under
Could go
attack.
straight for that Butterfly or BKB. Maybe just backs up for the Manta, although against Medusa, I'm not sure how much that really offers you. And against Lion, for that matter.
You know, LD, back then the Tide, his spin was a passive ability.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you play him as a support. You never get the third spell. You never get the passive. You just get Gush and Stats and Kraken.
Oh, man. This game is taking me back.
Tide offlane didn't become a thing
No.
until
No,
very,
yeah.
Very recently, yeah.
It was always support.
Yeah, in Dota 1. I don't think there was ever a time in Dota 1
No.
where it
It's-
was
No, no.
support.
Yeah, in Dota 2, like around the TI2 era, LGD was running it a lot for Shao 8, but in Dota 1 it was not really a thing. I guess Dota 1 was still technically around then.
And the Ravage was a good spell.
It was a good spell in Dota 1.
It was
It
a
was
very good
yeah,
spell.
it didn't
Instant,
extend out.
Yeah.
Instant 1000 AoE.
So
Stun.
was the same was with Impale and stuff like that. Like
Oh, you know what? You know what was interesting?
If you were sorry.
You were mentioning the animation for Anchor Smash Winter. When you get a Battle Fury in Tide, he would do that every time he
Yeah,
attacks. He'd do
exactly.
the jumping spin.
That's
like
how you build
Juggernaut
Battle
would do the
Fury.
crit animation every time he swung his sword.
That's why they call him the monkey, the Phantom Lancer, because when he gets a quelling blade, he jumps.
He's jumping up and down, yeah, like a monkey.
Well, actually, to me, the fact that TIE Hunter had an alternate attack with Battle Fury was the obvious explanation why you had to be a Battle Fury on TIE Hunter. I mean,
Couldn't you just get Quelling Blade?
yeah, but
you
that
can.
was before Quelling Blade was
Okay.
invented. I was like, well, the game wants me to be a Battle Fury. That's what you
I
do.
think there's quelling blade in this patch already.
I think so.
There was mostly ranged carries being picked up back then. I'm not sure how popular.
I remember that this.
I mean, I don't think it was something that people would get on a ranged carry back then.
Well-
Nowadays, you see players still do it, but
Oh,
the
Echo.
evolution of the game has changed. Shao 8 getting caught out here by that Blink Echo. Now the cat's gonna bounce through onto DD. Now this time it connects, and with the follow-up Death Ward, they'll bring him down again. LGD, get back in your base. This is an EHO map, or so it appears anyway.
Yep.
Gone for the Blink.
I remember when the Quelling Blade came in the immediate next patch. I think it was almost the next day. They had to nerf it so it didn't work on Kunkka.
Kunkka's cleave, yeah.
Yes.
Oh man.
Suddenly you bought like 5.
That hero was so strong when he came out. So was Elder Titan.
Yes.
Elder Time was probably one of the most broke heroes
Yeah.
ever in Dota when he was initially
I
introduced.
remember my brother and I would always pick Earthshaker, Elder Titan, the Totem Bros.
Totem Bros.
Yeah.
You remember
The Tauren Bros.
You remember when you put your spirit and your TP back to base,
Yes.
and you
And
get
then you could kill someone on the other base.
Yeah, that used to be when you would walk the opposite of where you wanted the spirit to go.
Yes.
Now it's separately controlled.
Yeah.
doesn't make sense at all.
It was very counterintuitive for a player who, if you weren't familiar with the hero, it was like mind melding or bending, I should say.
When I say Aghanim Scepter and Witch Doctor didn't do what it does now, I think it.
It was Soul Booster plus Mystic stuff.
Yes.
6.67C was the patch.
Brian, can you tell me some of the changes of the patch? And I will scroll, and if you see something interesting, let me know. And
6.673 was largely
go to 6.67.
Just bug fixes and hats were in this patch.
Yeah. I like how I think at this point it was over, but around 650 to 660, it was like buffed Sven's armor a little, like slightly reduce the damage of unstable concoction. It was like, what?
It wasn't as detailed as what the patch notes have become now.
Oh, okay. It was yeah. What was the old death pack for Clinks? It was only HP. You ate a creep, you gain.
Damage.
It was
Oh,
just
damage.
Just damage.
Then
Yeah,
you start
yeah,
getting
just
HP,
damage.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the really old strategy used to be the
Dr. Aegis.
rapier Aegis, because you used to be able to buy the Aegis. So every Clinxes would just buy Aegis Rapier, and they would just backdoor because there was no
Yeah.
backdoor protection.
was-
That was the super
and your
old
your
school
Aegis
strat.
would respawn you at your fountain
Yes.
as opposed
You
to
weren't
where
killable.
you died.
That was 5.84.
That was-
five.
Yeah,
that was
super
also
old.
6. That was also 6 until I think.
I think the
6
early 6s.
Yeah, until 640 or so.
Yeah, that was big shout out to a player in this tournament, Old Man Fear. He was on that team who kind of invented that strategy.
Yeah.
I don't think he was the Clinks player. I think that was another kind of old school player. I think it was even under the Complexity name they were playing, but
I do remember the PlayDota.com Dr. Aegis Clinks guide, which was
Here comes the push, perhaps.
Dire's top
They're
tower
gearing
is
up
under
for it, but
attack.
for now, LGD going for a little bit of
Radiant's middle tower
rat on
is
the
under
top lane.
attack.
It's a Dusa, not the fastest hero for this.
King J has a haste.
And they are looking to just de-ward LGD as much as humanly
Radiant
possible.
structures
ZSMJ with the rat.
Oh man, he is
Dire's
so poor.
structures are fortified. Dire's top
Oh,
tower
at that
is
point,
under attack.
this is the patch where you could actually sprout the
Radiant's
ground,
middle
as
tower
opposed to
is
you had
under
to target a hero, which made sprout unusable against BKB heroes.
Oh yeah.
Lunar Blessing became a flat damage increase to all heroes instead of percentage for range.
Right, yeah.
Lunar Blessing got changed so that
Yeah,
it was,
so the Luna.
it wasn't flat damage previously, and then it became flat bonus to all heroes instead of a general ranged bonus.
Which changed a lot of how Luna was played, because, I mean, she used to be one of the better scaling, like...
She was
super-
better late, but
multiple
not
co-
so good early. Yeah. This used to be when there would be R strats as well. You'd see like Drow and Luna on the same team at times.
Yeah.
Occasionally with the bench command
The
aura.
Beastmaster as well.
And doing this these days where you see the Mexican standoff because the Roche would spawn at a timer where everyone would know.
Oh, exactly.
And everyone would be camping at the Roche.
And that was also at the
Even
beginning of
TI2.
TI2. Yeah.
TI2, yeah.
You had it every 10 minutes, and the Aegis lasted 10 minutes. So you
Yes.
could literally have the
100%.
Aegis, go into Roche, kill and get a new Aegis. Just straight away.
Well, they'll go for that next stages here. Burning, tanky the Roche with these as he life steals this one up. Do EHOME look to press their advantage? Do they let ZSMJ continue to farm towards some big item? What's it going to be? Ultimate
Sean
Orb, it
has
looks like.
fallen to the
No
dark.
Rapier Rush. Not yet, anyway. They
Yeah.
just now secured.
Cleave, Great Cleave, and Empower turned into one skill for Magnus, and then he got Skewer.
Oh, this was the patch where he got Skewer?
Yeah, Magnus did not have Skewer back
Oh,
then.
but the first Skewer was OP because he had like 1200 range at level 1.
And it stayed that way for a very long
Yeah.
time.
Golden Power.
Yeah, no, the Skewer had 1200 range at level 1, but
Yeah.
no one actually picked that hero.
Yeah, that hero was never played competitively, so it wasn't really
Radiant's middle
something that
I think
was
that's why he got such a
exploited.
big buff and a new spell
Yeah.
because he was just like a non-hero.
Radiant's
Yeah, he used to have a separate cleave, is what Brian was saying. And,
Yeah,
as well as Empower, which
he's-
did not give you cleave, and that was changed so it also
Empower
gave it
gave
to
you damage,
Damage.
percent damage, and you had a passive that gave yourself cleave.
Here
Yes.
comes the push. MMY in the front lines with his ultimate online. They're not yet really committing too much to this. Just burning lane into the tower from distance. Safe siege. They'll blink forward. Burning looking to go. He goes directly onto 3. Silence comes out. Now your fissure. They'll bring down 3. Echo Slam. Gonna
Man,
send
Q, Q,
ZSMJ
Q.
packing.
Someone draft this guy into a team because he's playing amazing on the Earthshaker.
He's busy coaching Vici Gaming to this championship.
I know, but I mean, maybe he deserves to play a little bit.
The coaches are not to be underestimated. Coach Mikasa had some really big games this tournament.
Coach Mario to Tinker to... Wait.
Yeah. No. Well, Coach.
As
I
soon
don't
as you
know.
said Tinker, I lost you, Bruno.
Yeah.
Tinker
Uh-oh.
winning something?
Burning. He's been doomed here. He's going to drop once. Can they back him up the second time around? They have a death ward. And they just want to retreat him. He'll blink back to safety. It's only a ranged
Dire's
Rax
top
that
tower
EHOME
is
have claimed
under
so
attack.
far. Nothing more.
Oh,
That was broke. That was a
That-
broken
that was
spell.
broken.
Was this the patch when Weaver had the little
Wait.
things that you could scout around with?
No, that was removed when it was added to Nyx Assassin.
Okay.
Nyx Assassin had
The silencing beetles.
scarabs that were
That's-
like they were like Zerlings. They had like the burrow ability,
Yep.
so they could hide.
There was a Pinoy player who was amazing.
At
I remember
microing
in Warcraft
that.
3 with
That
microing
was-
the old Nyx.
I think one of the most broken spells ever in Dota because you could have 6 of these things that have a 2-second silence and did
AoE.
damage.
Oh.
and
yeah.
they gave you vision as well.
No,
Yes.
I think initially that this patch you can actually have more than 6. It's like 8 or 12.
MMY, he's been caught out top, a little bit cocky in his positioning. Has the BKB finger going to come out? Can he get out in time? He's netted up. He doesn't have the TP scroll for 18. Not sure what his plan is, but this is not a good one. Now he turns to fight. It's too late.
Something interesting about the pick phase of Dota 1 at these times, it was that you had the 4 bans at the beginning, and then picks each. So it was
Yep.
there were no several bans and pick stage. It was you ban 4 heroes at the same time, like 1-on-1 with the opponent, and then you all pick your heroes.
There was no stages to the draft.
Exactly, yeah.
I guess it makes it a lot easier to come out with like a big pocket strat if they can adjust mid-draft.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, for now, still haven't taken that melee Rax. And there's a Doom Dusa on this LGD squad.
There were the taverns on the left side of the map
Oh yeah.
when we were drafting.
Yeah, you would draft like up in the top left corner.
Yes.
There were these taverns that were part of the map where you would click on them to select your heroes. But they were like off the map practically.
And do you remember the captain's? No, it was captain's draft that you had all the heroes in a circle.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
I missed
Same
that.
same for RD, I think.
Yeah, oh, I think it was RD. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was RD.
RD
Yeah,
was
it was
like
random draft. Yeah.
yeah.
That you had that. You had all the heroes were standing in the middle.
You know, the thing is that sometimes like you'd have to like you wouldn't remember where a hero was, which tavern they were in. So you'd be like
Yeah.
clicking around frantically trying to find it.
And they were like, "It's scorch strength." No, it's neutral.
No. Yeah, they had neutral heroes, quote
Yeah.
unquote.
Trying to find Ursa in the strength tavern.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the year where I first met Dandy at the LAN event. in
Oh, really?
China. Yeah.
What
Did
do you remember about?
Did you get a signature?
The-
He wasn't so famous at the time.
No,
as
he
is
he
now.
wasn't so famous. We played in the 3rd and 4th placing playoff.
Man, how the times have changed.
Again, Twitter says, Dota players remember old school Dota players remember patch notes like Texans remember the Bible scripture. Pretty clever.
Keeping the actual version straight is quite a bit trickier, but
Yeah. I mean,
generally remembering like changes is something I think most people have been around the game for a while just do instinctively.
I think the only 2 versions that people clearly remember are 666 because of the Doom patch because it was funny, and 649 because that was when the Blink
the
Dagger.
Blink
was
Dagger patch.
Yeah.
Prior to that, Blink could not be disabled. So
At all.
every competitive game would have like 8 to 10
Yeah.
blinks.
The other big one was the 584 one, which was like the stable Dota 1 map for a long time.
That's true. That was before Ice Frog, right?
The
Yeah.
what? Sorry.
5.84.
5.84 was well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And 5.84B. Like,
Here
okay.
we go. Yeah, gonna get caught out by a Maledict. He will lob forth the Ravage. Now the Doom onto MMR. He gets fingered as well. Good defensive fissure by QQQ. And the Death Ward. It's a bounce
Oh,
in.
wow.
2, 3 down. And they've used their ultis. Oh no, ZSMJ. He could be
Run.
next. He can't even get out of here quickly. He'll now try to retreat, but King J gonna lay into him. Bernie makes it 4. And
Turn off the shield like Arteezy.
it's about to be a team wipe. It is. Shield or not, ZSMJ will fall. This is eerily reminiscent of many of HGT's games in the
Yes.
group stage.
You were talking about 584. 584B, it would take about 5 to 10 minutes to load the game. It was Nerchu that came on 584C and made the
Yeah,
map
I
load
actually-
super fast at like
actually
2 minutes.
I remember that.
Now this is an alternate history, right? Because I believe LGD ended up winning this game.
Details.
And they'll call out. They'll tap out.
They'll tap out.
It was much harder to end the game back
Yes.
then. And rapiers. But times have changed.
Times
Out
have
with the
changed.
old.
In with the new.
Even though I guess EHOME in theory have more of the old players who aren't even active now.
I
But
guess.
either way, Bruno, it's EHOME. Or Secret.
I enjoy this
As the
much.
case may be.
Secret, yeah.
Secret takes down LGD. What a great performance by
Amazing.
Puppy and Arteezy.
Why Secret?
I don't know.
That's weird. I think it stays with the last.
bug.
Oh,
With the
it might-
last game, yeah.
The last game it was hosted.
That's just on, yeah, mine just says the Dire.
Okay. Yeah, it might be a local client bug. But anyways, that was our show match. It was fun,
It
entertaining.
was a walk down memory lane for many
Yeah,
of us.
I think that's how it felt for me at least.
For the players as well, it looked like they were trying to honor the spirit of the old version, but then you get into the game and Burning's like, I just want to win.
Yeah.
No mercy.
In any case, we are going to go into a break before going into the grand finals. The grand finals, I don't have the time where they're supposed to be scheduled.
I don't think there is a time. It's just like
Okay.
as soon as they're ready, they're just going to start the opening ceremony and
That
made
makes
the fun
more
begin.
sense.
This is a over $1 million match.
Yes.
This is a
That is
big
true.
game for both teams.
I mean, actually, it's technically, if like someone does a dream coil that wins the match, it would be an almost $1 million coil because it's like the difference between second and first place is $920,000 or something like that.
If there's a $990,000
We round up. We
coil,
round to
we're
the
gonna
closest
call
to
it
the
$1
million.
million coil.
Excellent. So
Let's make sure it actually is a game-winning coil first, though.
yeah, guys, we're gonna have the finals very soon, but you shouldn't go anywhere because in about 15-20 minutes, 20 I would say, there is a little surprise. There's a little surprise that no one has seen.
We haven't talked about it yet. If you leave your seats, you might miss it.
It's a surprise. But trust me, I'm not one to overhype things, so I won't overhype this. No, but really, no, it's something fun. It's something new that's coming. It's something that hasn't been shown yet, so I won't say anymore. Just make sure that you're here 20 minutes from now, and you'll see it. Or you can see it on Reddit later. Doesn't matter. See you in a bit.
Now they have